Hi, this is Sweet Jim coming back at you with another video. Um, if you didn't get a chance to check out my video where I'm talking about the young lady, um, 21-year-old that killed herself because she was under a lot of stress and suffering from severe depression, but taking care of her two babies. I was talking about the pressures of single motherhood. I'm gonna put the link to that video in the description box if you haven't had a chance to check that out. Um, I'm on Linda Eek's blog. I was on here, the computer, looking for a thumbnail to put on that video, and here is to give you guys more facts because I was talking about this situation in another video. To give you guys more facts, this is more information as far as that, and I just wanted to take the time to show you guys um, and give you guys more information than what I could give you in that other video. Was this 21-year-old mother of two post suicide note on Facebook after losing battle with depression before killing herself in car wreck. Oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. She is so beautiful, guys. So beautiful. This breaks my heart. Mother of two from Texas has died in a two-vehicle wreck after posting a suicide note on Facebook. Her name was Olivia Popham. Olivia Popham, 21, was driving a 2017 Nissan Sentra. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom that in a little bit more so you guys can get a better look. With and collided with Travis Pittman, 33, Winona, driving a 2012 Ford pickup. Popham's Nissan reportedly crossed the center line and struck the pickup head on, according to a press release. Popham was pronounced dead at the scene. EMS personnel transported Pittman to UT Health in Athens for treatment for his injuries. So thank God he survived. I was wondering about that. I wasn't sure when I did it last video. I wasn't sure if he survived or not, but thank God that young man survived that, because that wasn't his fault. Well, I wish she had survived. Oh my God, that young lady is so beautiful. Such a beautiful young lady. Had her whole life ahead of her. The investigation was still ongoing. There is no other information available at this time. Popham had reportedly been battling an intense depression and had been posting messages to Facebook in the months leading up to her death. And that's her and her baby. That's her and I think she had two children. That's her and one of the babies. How sad is that? How sad is that, guys? Beautiful young lady. Family and friends also said that she was having major issues with the child's father, as well as caring for her children alone. So she was having issues with her child's father. Interesting. Now, this is one of the posts that she put on Facebook. Having to do this parent as alone has really made me a lot stronger. It shows me that I am capable of doing anything, but at the same time, I want to breathe. I want to be able to go to the restroom at least once without little kids following. I want to be able to sleep in because I don't have to get up just because uh, kids are up. I want a break, and I'm comfortable enough to say that now I'm not what GAF, what no one says, because I am human. I'm not going to read the curse words, obviously. But she would also get threatening text messages from someone pretending to be child protective services, according to, and they says, okay, these are threatening text messages. In the message, the mother of two made a passionate appeal for her kids not to be from taken away by their father. Um, and this is another one. Now, this is the one that's bone chilling. This is the one that's bone chilling. If anything ever happens to me, do not give my kids to their dad permanently, because if while I was alive you couldn't help take care of them, then why wait till I'm gone? Oh my God. So the father wasn't helping her. So I'm assuming there was a lot of, when I did that last video, the reason why I'm showing you guys this, because when I did the last video, I didn't have a lot of information. Um, it says, if anything ever happens to me, do not give my kids to their dad permanently. So I'm guessing by this means that it was only one father. He was the father to both children. And she apparently was having some issues with him. I don't know if it was a domestic abuse type situation, or so that was probably another reason why she was depressed. He was giving her a hard time, wasn't helping her with the children. I don't know what type of, and that's not, he's got to live with this on his heart for the rest of his life. He gonna have to live with this on his heart for the rest of his life, knowing that he drove his baby mama to suicide. This is not okay. It was his. He helped her make those babies. Those babies was just as much his responsibility as they were hers. And I don't know who his parents were, but I mean, I know when folks get grown, they do what they want. But somebody should have been talking to this young man and telling him what he needed to do right by his baby mama. This was not okay. And plus, on top of that, he was stressing her out. Seriously? Seriously. She was already having enough time with the children, taking care of the babies, and then on top of that, instead of helping her and giving her support, you're gonna have the audacity to give her a hard time. That's crazy. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. Well, you know how what men typically say in a situation like this, because they're always letting the men off the hook. Well, she should have chose better. Let me tell you something. People change. First of all, she was young. She's young. Second of all, people change. People put on their best behavior when you first start dating them. They put on their best behavior, and then Jekyll and Hyde comes out later on. And then when you're young, you're not discerning. She was very young. When you're very young, you're not discerning. So these men need to be better. I'm tired of hearing that choose better crap. These men need to be better. It's like making excuses for the man, letting the man off the hook, and putting all the blame on the woman. No, these men need to be better. Bottom line, they need to be better, and it's not acceptable for him to abuse her. It's not acceptable for him to not be there to help her with those children. And the poor thing was probably suffering from depression, from postpartum depression. Like I said in my last video, that's real. She was probably suffering from postpartum depression to begin with, plus the stresses of being a young mother. And then on top of that, he's not helping her with the children. On top of that, he was giving her a hard time. And then when you throw in to the mix, she was probably struggling spiritually and probably didn't have a relationship with God, low self esteem. When you throw all that into the pot, into the mix, it makes for a bad combination. She was already struggling emotionally, mentally, and this man didn't do nothing. The man that helped her make these children was supposed to be doing everything he could to try to help her and support her. But instead, he's giving her a hard time. And then, there is men out there that will make 50 million excuses for this man. They will make 50 million excuses for this man and sit up there and put all the blame on her. I'm tired of this. This is an epidemic in the black community. I'm tired of this not holding black men accountable situation. Putting all the blame on the woman and not holding the man accountable. No, a real man takes care of his children. A real man helps the mother of his children, whether he's with her or not. And that is just not acceptable. I don't care what nobody say. But there is men out here in the manosphere on YouTube that would make 50 million excuses for him and sit up there and put all the blame on her. But that is not acceptable. Those were his kids just as well as they were hers. They were just as much his responsibility as they were hers. And she should have had some more support from him. And he should not have been giving her a hard time. Oh, this is so sad. This breaks my heart. She says she can't keep battling depression. Checking out. I'm sorry, I can't keep battling depression. Oh, this breaks my heart. This story is heartbreaking. If only this young lady had the resources available to her. If there were more, there need to be more resources. I wish there was something that I could do to help these young ladies. If there was more resources available to this young lady to get mental health counseling, more community resources, more resources to help this young lady. This could have been prevented. This young lady could have received some type of mental health, counseling, therapy. Oh, it's heartbreaking. It's just more. This needs to be done to help young mothers like this. I know that a lot of people say, well, she put herself in that. No, well, they both put themselves in that situation. Both of them did. And people make bad choices. But then there's two babies. There's two babies that's gonna be without a mother and stuck with a deadbeat dad. I don't know if he's gonna step up or not. Judging by what she was saying, he probably won't. I had to show you guys that because I didn't when I did that video I didn't have all the facts, and so this article pretty much yeah, this is heartbreaking. This just breaks my heart. And she was so beautiful. Such a beautiful young lady. Look at that pretty baby. Now she's got to go with those children. Those babies got to go without a mother now because of this. And the father of the children. Okay, now he's got to live with that on his heart for the rest of his life. He has got to live with that on his heart for the rest of his life, knowing that he should have done more to support her. He should not have been giving her a hard time. That's just ridiculous. And that's why I say more fathers need to be involved in their children's life. These fathers need to quit walking out on their children, and they need to take more of an active role. If he had this, I'm assuming this man didn't have a stable father figure, because if he had he wouldn't have been cut like that. It's just it's so vital. If we do things God's way, we got to. If we would only do, and I'm gonna say we, I'm including myself in that too. If we do things God's way, all this stuff can be prevented. And that's just a lot of this is because of disobedience, and not doing things the way God, Jehovah God, asks us to do. And guess who has to suffer in the end? It's the babies. The babies are the ones that have to suffer in the end because of our disobedience. Because we didn't do it the way God told us that we should be doing it. This is heartbreaking, guys. So I had to give you guys more information on this. Um, Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. My heart and prayers go out to her family. My heart and prayers go out to her family and those babies. It just breaks my heart. Okay, until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.